Welcome to Through the Rough, a place where real-life people share the real-life experiences that have shaped us into who we are today.
Welcome back to part 2 of Drew's story, titled The Moment It Wasn't a Choice Anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't get pinned on it, but they had a feeling. And I can kind of talk about it now because that was the first financial amends that I completed once I went to AA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm borrowing my dad's 1998 Cutlass Supreme, little 4-door egg-looking car, because the 90 Cutlasses weren't as good as the 80s Cutlasses.
Yeah.
I hit a Jeep on a job. I hit a deer going to a job in South Dakota when I was working on windmills in November. And I trying to get to this meeting at 7:30 in Bellevue. And of course, I got to dress myself up a little bit. So I got my best holy jeans. I get my good slip-ons from Kohl's. The T-shirt and the suit jacket look.
Yeah.
That was so early 2000s with my AC/DC ball cap. And I roll into this meeting at like 7:05, 7:10. And this is a meeting that when it's 7, it's game time. Everybody's where they're supposed to be. There's no fucking around. So I roll in late, and there ain't a single soul in that foyer. And I'm on my way out the back door. Because it's turned left to go into this auditorium, open the door, big noise, everybody fucking looks back and sees you. But you're late, right? Or go out the back door, go around the building and leave.
Yeah.
And I go to leave. I take that right, I open that door, open that second door, and I take 2 steps. And this motherfucker calls my name, Drew Johnson. And I was like, huh? And it's this dude, Wally, who I'd known from last time I was sober. And he's just out there hanging out, smoking a cigarette, not doing what he's supposed to be doing, right? And he starts talking to me. And if he wasn't out there, I wouldn't be sober right now.
You would walk.
I was gone.
Yeah.
I was fucking...
That is like, think about okay.
Those moments in time that literally changed your life.
I was 100% committed to leaving and never come back.
That dude was there for a reason.
Yeah.
He was put there for a reason.
Yeah. And every time
you recognized the opportunity.
Yeah, and every time I see Wally, dude, I thank him for I thank him for breaking the rules. Because the AA that was down there, they're very rule driven. Like, you're going to do this, you're going to wear a suit, you're going to make your bed, you're going to fucking be places on time or early, da-da-da. And Wally was like, fuck all that, right? He's kind of that person.
Yeah.
To a point. He's not like completely.
No, I believe me, I relate with Wally a lot more than people would think.
Dude, me too. And we just shot the shit. And then we got done with our cigarettes. And he's like, you want to come in? I was like, yeah, I do. And he drugged me in that meeting, and I got everybody's number, and it was sober since kind of thing, right?
Did you have any fear of sobriety?
Yeah.
And if so, like, what was those fears of being sober?
You don't have the solution anymore.
Yeah.
You have to think about everything all day, every day. There's nothing to quiet the mind. That's why I watch so much Bleach.
Yeah.
Because involving myself in that story is what quieted my mind for those first 3 weeks or so of being sober with no job.
What's the noise going on in your mind?
It's like it's like the worst fuck you cocktail party that you've ever attended.
Just completely shaming
shame,
yourself.
Guilt,
Yeah.
disgust, all the webs of lies that you have told over
And you
the
sit
last...
there and you just dwell about it.
And there's nothing you can do about it. It just fucking hits you like truck after truck.
When do you cut the cord?
On that shit?
Yeah.
You can't. By yourself. It's impossible.
What makes you believe that you can't do that by yourself?
Because I tried.
Do you think it's that way for everybody, or was it that way specifically for you?
It's that way specifically for me and people like me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a thing. Different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I tried my damnedest to do it all solo, and failure after failure after failure. And before you knew it, doing some stuff in AA, and it really just starts out as a distraction from the noise, like being able to shut the door on the cocktail party while you go do some other stuff with some other people.
Yep.
It's like, oh, this ain't bad. But then you got to go back to the cocktail party.
And so what did you do for those times when you were home besides watching Bleach to help kind of with
I
that?
jerked off a lot.
That would occupy your mind.
For about a minute and a half at a time.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
what methods or programs did you?
Well, the over/under.
Well, it's like one of the few like other than like doing some extreme shit, it's like one of the few simple ways to get a little dopamine hit.
Yeah.
And I'm like pre-diagnosed ADD and autistic at this point, so I don't like now. I take Adderall because that fixes me. Like,
It helps.
Helps organize the
Yeah.
thoughts.
but yeah, it's literally night and day, and it's not like I mean, I'm sure you can kind of tell that I'm not. This isn't a me being sped the fuck up and like zooming.
Yeah.
Like this is me with Adderall.
Yeah, I was gonna say you do seem a little more relaxed and
Yeah.
low key.
Yeah,
Than
well,
I
I'm able
remember.
to form thought. God, yeah, and it's not. I'm not searching through fucking knocked over file cabinets of memories anymore for shit. You know,
Yeah.
that's what it's like. All those
I
toxin shit you see about ADD. Most of them are pretty accurate.
I can relate to the jumbled thought process. When I got out of prison, I kind of went through the same thing. I tried to explain it to Lindsay, and the only way I could explain it was I took a piece of paper and I just drew knotted, squibbly lines everywhere in this big ball of fucked up yarn. And I said, "These are my thoughts right now." And then I drew another one where they were just straight lines, perpendicular and even. These are what they used to be. These are what they are now. I need to get back here, and I don't know. And it was driving me fucking nuts.
Dude, I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. See, the nest is what they are normally, and then I take my Adderall, and they straighten out.
Yeah.
At least to the point where I'm able to fucking go through them like I want to.
Yeah.
I'm able to prioritize a little bit better, but not recommending that for everybody, right? Always talk to your fucking doctor, your therapist.
Not the guy in the corner by under
No.
the stop
No,
sign
no.
after 11 o'clock at night.
John Cena in a hotel room.
Yeah.
I got a lot of cool people like that in my backpack, and and we went through the gamut. I tried all the other shit, right? Like I tried the Vyvanse, tried the extended release, nothing. Then I had to go to instant release, like 30 milligrams twice a day, and that fucking did the trick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, you're a big fella, man. What are you, about 6'1"?
Yeah, and like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Are you 300? I was going
Yeah.
to be like 240.
No, fuck that. I wish.
Yeah.
I'd look like you if I was 240, bro.
I weigh 175.
Yeah, that's nuts.
5'11", 175. Skinny twig bean.
Yeah, I mean, I need to get back to the gym and do all that better shit for me. And having my daughter has been really like, that's one of the motivators for that, because I want to like, when she's fucking 4 and 5 and starting softball and shit, I want to be able to be there for that. Now I just went to the doctor. I'm taking a leave of absence from work because my blood pressure is so high and my anxiety is so high.
Your anxiety is high now?
Uh,
Why do you have high anxiety?
just because of some life shit that's going on. Like, me and my wife are having problems.
Through the rough.
Yeah.
You're going through the rough right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, big time. Like we've been married since 2018.
Yeah.
And there was a 6-month separation in there, and then we came back together, and we've just been like fighting to fucking make it work. And it's not. And then I was doing stupid shit. She was doing stupid shit. I was talking to people that I shouldn't have been talking to, of the female persuasion, right?
Yeah.
And she was doing some dumb shit with fucking her stuff. It's her story. I don't want to tell it.
I gotcha.
And we just recently came to a conclusion on a lot of that. And it's kind of a rebuilding phase, right? She let me sleep in today. We were playing games together last night. And I fucking love my wife so much, dude. She said she'd get up with the kids so I could sleep in because of all the shit I got going on right now. And I woke up to your fucking call, the vibrating in the bed. And I was like, fuck. And then immediately the mind goes to where the shitty places, right? Oh, she's going to be so pissed that I forgot about this. I'm going to be gone for 4 hours. She's probably got plans and da-da-da-da-da. So I fucking got up and I got ready and I went out, and she's just laying on the couch playing her fucking phone game or whatever. And the little one's shirtless in the living room fucking playing with blocks, and the 10-year-old's off making a bowl of ramen for himself. And I lean over the edge of the couch like, I forgot about that podcast today. She's like, oh, okay. Is it cool if I go to that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, go take care of that. Go for it. And it wasn't the normal reaction. Or, at least the way she's been, it's not her, because to me and to her, that's an adversity, right? It's something that was not planned, and now she has to deal with,
Yeah.
right? We talked about it.
Yeah.
hey, my buddy Sam wants me to do this podcast and whatnot, da, da, da. But I never gave her a specific day and
Date.
time. The calendar invite, that's it.
No offense.
You know,
I
it's
feel
funny
like
because
it's a man thing for sure.
create a little bit of anxiety for Lindsay today. I'm like, hey, I haven't got any confirmation on Drew being over here today. I'm like, when's your last communication? I'm like, we need to change procedure and process to make sure that this shit doesn't happen. And
Yeah,
then
no, it was
finally, and then
dope.
she's like, he texted me back, and I saw you text me, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I'm like, okay, we're good.
I was dead asleep. I'm fucking rolling around in my bed with my CPAP on, just like, and then, but it wasn't, and she wished me a good time and gave me a little kiss, and I went in for more, and she was fucking receptive to that, and it was just really cool, not normal interaction, and I'm putting that one in the fucking piggy bank, right?
Yeah.
Because she's the kind of person that fucking loses her shit when things don't go right the way that she wants them.
She gets locked into an expectation.
Holy fuck,
and when
dude,
that
yeah.
expectation doesn't come through, she's,
Yeah. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. You just need to round the edges a little bit. And I'm the
gotcha.
kind of person I don't give a fuck at all ever about plans or times, or we'll get there when we get there.
Kinda sounds like wife syndrome. I don't lose my shit, but
Yeah.
I
mean, you can have her
struggle.
on next too if you want.
Yeah, I struggle with that same of having an expectation or planned and it doesn't go right, and then having to literally like calm myself down and try to redirect because it bothers me.
Part of her thing is I think she just needs to learn to rely on me because I'm going into all this shit expecting it to fail. Like, I already have a plan for failure.
And how do you, okay, with that kind of mindset, where do you think it's gonna go if you have that mindset going in?
Wherever it goes. Like, there's
You don't. do
any
you-
set of circumstances or scenarios, there's only going to be a few possible outcomes given the variables and the circumstances, right?
Yeah.
And you can usually figure, well, something could happen. Like, let's say we're going to some place to meet some people. Car could break down. Need to stop and get gas. We're probably going to be late because of traffic, right? Somebody won't show up. There's always going to be a handful of things that aren't going to jive 100%, right? So you can compensate for those variables and be ready to pivot when needed, if needed. And if it goes great, it goes great. Cool. I just throw all that shit in the garbage and
Yeah.
enjoy my time. Right?
That's living in the moment. I live in the moment. I try not to set an expectation of good or bad. It's just, I take it as it comes, or at least I try my best to take it as it comes without developing an emotional response. I feel if you develop an emotional response, well, now you're attached to a predetermined outcome that may or may not happen. And you're just inviting drama or stress into your life.
Yeah.
That's, again, not everybody sees or acts or responds that way, but I've found, especially in the last couple of years, that it works the best for me.
Yeah. Well, it's and something I've struggled with my whole life is understanding what contentment is and experiencing it and doing my best not to try to create it.
Yeah, because that's
Because
forcing
that's
a response.
not
Yeah,
that's
it's not
not
real.
what fucking contentment is.
No, there's no authenticity there. It's not real.
Being content is not circumstantially driven either.
No.
It's not getting to a place or doing a thing or having a person or being here or there, X, Y, or Z, right? It's the moment. Are you content now? Are you, and it's not even necessarily a happy or a sad thing, right? Contentment's just contentment. In the definition, you'll see it as a state of happiness, a state of contentful happiness or whatever, or satisfaction. But it's not necessarily like I can be content in the middle of a shitstorm. It's where I thrive, really. Like if I'm at work and shit is hitting the fan, it's like that Futurama episode where Fry is on the shit or whatever. It's like a limitless thing, and the whole fucking ship is burning down, and he's just like, I'm ready to go. And he starts running around and saving people and doing things and fixing this and getting that. Like I thrive in situations of chaos. That's probably the ADD autism part of my brain. But when I have to make quick decisions with very little information, I do very well. So it made me a really good employee in certain situations. But when it comes to organization on the back end, oh, I was supposed to fill that form out. I'm sorry. The work's done. They're happy. Why do you need all those other bullshit?
Yeah, I gotcha. I do. I understand that.
RSVPing to letting you know I'm on the way. I had to put a post-it note in my van to call customers when I'm on the way to their site.
Yeah.
Because I will forget. And then I get there and they're like, why the fuck didn't you call me? And like throughout our company, that's one of our customers' biggest complaints. And I work on overhead hoisted cranes.
Mhm.
So big heavy shit, lifting up big heavy shit, and forklifts and scissor lifts and boom lifts and whatnot. I'm basically the dude that fixes all of it. So if my boss has a goofy thing, she sends me. Right? It's cool. I like it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Do you feel kind of going back to like beginning of your sobriety, kind of looking back, did you feel that your any of your relationships changed during that? Like better or worse?
What do you mean?
Just like your relationship with other people as you were
Oh,
like sober with your
oh,
family, others, all that. And how did it?
my relationship with my dad got better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were able to relate to a lot more shit.
Elaborate on that. Like, how did
Well,
it get better?
Well, part of it was I wasn't fucking up anymore, right? I wasn't drinking anymore. I was sober. And that for him lifted a lot of his veils that kept us apart. And he was able to start working closer to me because I wasn't being the fuck off drunk son anymore. Dude, even before I took my first drink, he knew. He knew. He's like giving me all this AA literature, like, hey, you should fucking read this some night and
Yeah.
like let me know what you think. And it was like all the mantras of the founder of AA and shit. And like this, I'm 14 when he's doing this.
And you're like, why are you?
How did you receive that?
I didn't do it.
But how did you, like, what was your, like, were you like, what the hell is this? Like, what?
Yeah,
I don't give a
kinda.
shit about any of
Like,
this.
oh yeah, okay.
Absolutely
Well,
in no way took it serious.
I was like the pacifist, right? So I was just okay. I'll take a look at it when I can. How's it?
If you could go back today, knowing what you know today, what would you tell that 14-year-old version of you?
Told my dad to fuck off.
That's what you would tell your
Yeah.
14-year-old version to tell your dad, is tell him to fuck off?
Yeah, you don't need that shit right now. You'll get it eventually, but
Yeah?
there's some key moments coming up, dude, that you're gonna learn.
Yeah.
You're gonna learn some good shit.
So you wouldn't change a thing?
Nah,
You'd let
yeah.
it unfold the way that it did?
Yeah, you have to because you would get into the multiverse and whatever fucking bullshit like timeline crap that you want to get into, but it's like the sycamore tree in front of my house is the tree in front of my house because of everything that's happened up until that time that it got planted,
Yeah.
and everything that's happened to it up until the time that's right fucking now. The same thing for me and you and you. Like, I wouldn't be here talking to you if I started reading that book at 14.
That's true.
I wouldn't be here talking to you, sharing my story, if anything changed, right? And good, bad, or indifferent, you need the lows to know the highs, right?
Huh.
If your life's just fucking chill,
Yeah.
like
Your life is going to suck.
dude, like my wife is obsessed with those fucking bullshit drama shows like Jersey Shore and shit. And like I understand why those people flip out about not getting their fucking food order right.
That's all they have.
Because they've been elevated to a level of excellence that they've only known, and even the slightest deviation from that is fucking World War III to them.
Yeah.
And
They
they
don't
turn in-
understand.
Yeah.
There's no
turn into
growth. There's no
children.
opportunity for growth in
No,
those
you
lives.
don't get empathy. You don't understand sympathy. Like there's so many things that have to happen as a result of the shitty times. And now, granted, my life hasn't been that bad. Like, fuck, there's so many more people that have had way worse existences than
Yeah.
myself. It's not going to be me that sets that bar as far as like, well, you got to experience these things to have a spiritual experience or whatever. And when people are talking in meetings, I fucking hate that shit. It just bugs the crap out of me. Like, gotta hit rock bottom. What's rock bottom? Right? What is it? What is it for you? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows until they're there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, right.
And like you said, your rock bottom wasn't, I mean, your rock bottom was waking up, knowing you're losing your job in your house. Like you
Yeah.
weren't in prison or, you
No.
didn't kill someone with your vehicle,
Yeah. Dude, I was roommates with a dude that did that. He was driving a vehicle, drunk as fuck, killed 3 of his friends. Right? Sober since. That was his. Sometimes your wake up call costs people their lives.
Yeah.
And do not take that for granted. Because those motherfuckers died so that he could have a story to tell somebody else.
Yeah.
You selfish fuck. Right? Don't cheapen those deaths. Now, granted, I don't have anything like that in my story, thank God. But I've seen some people die. There's So, sometimes you scroll through Facebook and then you see dead profiles. Has that ever happened to you? The friend suggestion, and you see a profile of a friend that's been dead for a minute,
Yeah.
right? This one dude's been coming up on my timeline. His name's Ben Felipe, and he was the most genuine, caring dude ever. And he put a fucking bullet in his head because he just fucking couldn't handle it anymore. Now, the jury's out on what caused him to do that, but he didn't have anybody in his life that loved him.
There's where I'm gonna run with this real quick. He put a bullet in his head. You said he was one of the nicest, caring guys ever. He didn't get it in return. He was constantly giving it out. He
Yeah.
was constantly giving it out. And
Mhm.
because he was giving it out, I'm assuming, people recognize that as he didn't need it because he had so much he could give it away now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And he had nobody giving that back. And that was a very isolating, very alone,
Yeah.
where there's no fucking hope anymore.
Yeah. His girlfriend or wife at the time was a fucking black hole for his love. And it was literally no light could escape that.
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible.
So
Yeah.
Again, then you go back to recognizing. How do you recognize these things with the exception of just being flat out, hey, Drew, are you an alcoholic? What the hell is your problem today?
Well,
Or, hey, Felipe, like, what's going on with you?
Well, I think it's hard though too because like in, my personal experience with an alcoholic, I had a long-term relationship and he became an alcoholic. And I think for me, it was hard for me to really recognize because it was hidden. And he very good job of hiding it. And so I just, I think maybe that's hard to recognize because, Drew, as being an alcoholic prior, do you feel that you did hide it a lot from people?
yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah.
Because I'll be goddamned if I show you my flaws,
Yeah.
right? I'll be goddamned if I'm vulnerable.
So that's
I will lay myself out on an altar and martyr myself prior to you being able to see me for my faults.
so it is hard to recognize because they don't want you to recognize it
Yeah.
because they don't want to recognize it.
I got a question for you.
I have an
Uh,
answer.
I bet you do. At what point did alcohol stop being something that you used for fun and became something that you actually depended on?
Like, you want like a timeline?
I mean,
Like a date or like a circumstance?
maybe a circumstance
Yeah.
that you recognized it as like, holy shit, like now I wake up and I got the shakes until I drink.
Mm.
That's an example. I mean, I don't know if this.
So I relapsed in 2000.
This is gonna have to be before a relapse, man, because the relapse means you had already went through AA at one point.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't I was still, before that, there was a lot of fun involved still in my first time and my sobriety the first time in 2009, 14.
And you said you were 19 at that time, right?
Yeah.
Got sober the first time?
Yeah. No. It would have been 2000.
Okay.
Yeah. August 2004 was my OG sobriety date. And then I did a gummer and had to reset it. And it was like, excuse me,
You said you did a gummer?
got some cocaine with some shady friends.
Oh,
Yeah. So I reset it in like November of 2004. And, but up until that first time in sobriety, it was still kind of fun. There's still a lot of social aspect to it. There wasn't really a,
you didn't recognize the dependency at
no.
that point?
And that was part of the, not having that experience is kind of what led me to my relapse the second time, right?
Yeah.
Because I rolled through AA and it was just like, well, these guys are a bunch of charlatans and whatnot. And I never really had a legal drink. I never really had the opportunity to try and do this on my own as far as like drinking like a normal person. So I remember I was living with this dude off of like 130th Q, whatever. Just renting a room. I waited till the gas station opened and they started selling booze at 6 a.m. And I went in and bought a bottle of OE because whatever, right? I wouldn't want to buy the good stuff. And I drank like half of it on the way back to the apartment. And I chucked it up in the middle of the road and let it smash on the ground. And it was like my fucking symbolic, like I'm leaving AA gesture. All by myself, nobody to watch or witness, right?
Yeah.
It was just like my thing. And that was it. And then I started started drinking, and it wasn't that bad for the first like few months, but it progressed. And then when I started experiencing adverse life circumstances as a result of my drinking and still drank through all that, that was when it started becoming a necessity.
What adverse?
So I was working at the power plant when they were building it in Lake Manawa, making ass over elbow money.
That's back when you were a union electrician.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And going out and drinking with those dudes, drinking with the governor. This dude from Massachusetts.
Yeah.
He would just buy me cases of beer and take me to the titty club and just throw tweets on the fucking bar for me, dude. It was dope. Shout out to the governor in Massachusetts.
Best enabler you ever had.
Yeah.
He was the shit, man. Oh, we'd do our Monday safety meetings there too at the titty bar because we were right across the highway, right next to the Playhouse. So even then, it was still social and whatnot. And then I left that job to go work in Lincoln at I went to work 7/12s in Hastings, Nebraska on a power plant shutdown, 7 12-hour days on nights.
Oh, sounds awful.
My grandma lived in Grand Island and she had a room that she could rent me. So I rented that room and I drove from Grand Island to Hastings. It was like 45 minutes-ish, half hour every day, 7 days a week for like a month. And then I would hurry up, get home, go to the apartment, dress, and then go back to Hastings to get hammered with the guys because they had a house that they had rented together. And then I would drive back hammered to Grand Island, pass out for like 3 or 4 hours, get back up and go to work.
Give listeners an idea of the distance or the time length of this drive.
So it's a divided 2-lane highway or 4-lane highway. So 2 lanes on each side, straight south, flat.
How many hour drive?
It's like 45 minutes from apartment to bar.
Okay. Intoxicated either way. 5 minutes of driving.
Yeah, so an hour and a half
either way.
Yeah, so I'm doing it an hour and a half. So I'm doing it for 3 hours a day, on top of working a 12-hour shift, on top of drinking for 3 or 4 hours more.
So you're already like utterly exhausted.
Yeah,
but you're still going strong.
Not necessarily exhausted. Alcohol's an upper for me. You get me drunk, I'm ready to go.
Really?
Where it's game time.
That's why you were always like that guy, like, oh, fucking Drew Johnson, man, this guy.
Yeah,
he's high energy.
You were ready to pass out all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Just carrying your drunk ass around.
It's the time I was unconscious.
That one time you got knocked out by that dude. You don't remember. It was this dude. So we were downtown.
Is that how I got the cut on my eyebrow? I tripped, dude.
You got hit by a dude.
Really?
Yeah, in a Michael Irving jersey.
I don't remember any of that. I
right
just remember
right in front of Spaghetti Works, dude.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. He spoke
because we'd go by the underground.
Yeah, because you were talking shit and like you do, right? Me and CJ were both on our phones.
Don't know who CJ is.
We were both on our phones trying to get fucking laid by some chicks that were like in town from Australia, which we worked that out, by the way. And you were talking shit, and this dude just laid you out. And we watched you hit the ground, and he started walking away, and we just signaled over the cops like, hey, officer, that guy in 21, he did this. And they got him and held him off to jail and whatnot. We picked you up, threw you in the back of my Jeep.
I have a triangle scar
Yeah,
on my eyebrow as a result of my face hitting the ground.
Yeah, because it's all that cobblestone brick stuff. Threw you in the back of my Grand Cherokee and took you home and dropped you on the couch and made sure you were sideways. And then we left to go get laid.
Right on.
Well, thank you for bringing him home safe.
That was fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah.
More than 20. That was 20-some years ago.
I was worried about your head in other ways because we didn't buckle you in because why, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you were laying on the back seat and I took a hard left because of whatever, probably because I was drunk. And the G-forces set you up. And I've never heard a head make that noise that your head did when it hit the side window of that
Oh my God.
door.
No recollection
No.
whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, no, you were gone, dude.
Yeah.
There was no remembering for you, especially after that. Yeah.
Jeez.
It was like
Not a proud moment.
no, you were good to go after that.
It's hard to face that reality, thinking about that as a 20-some years later, hearing that from an outside source. Even now, like, I didn't know somebody fucking hit me. My recollection of that at all is I tripped going off the curb, I rolled my ankle, and I went right on my face. That's all I remember. And I remember something about a police officer. I think he was an African American cop. I think, maybe.
Yep. He was the
And-
dude that was always down there because that was like his shift.
Yeah.
That like stocky, short black guy.
But we were by at the time it was the underground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that guy getting kicked through the glass?
that was dope.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
just
dope.
telling Lindsay about that a couple
Oh,
of weeks
yeah.
ago.
That
I'm
was a
like,
good
I saw a
time.
guy get
Yeah.
fucking
That was a good time.
kicked through the glass here.
Yeah.
I'm like, and that's some thick glass.
Yeah,
It's just like an
that's-
inch thick.
So anyway, tangent. Right?
Yeah. Sorry. That's what conversation.
What I forgot where I left off on that.
You were driving from the Hastings to
yeah.
Grand Island.
Well, I had to. There wasn't a question. It was a necessity. I had to get drunk. I had to do this. There was one night it was a bar that was a titty bar on the weekends. So Friday, Saturday it turned into a titty bar.
Yeah.
And they did whaler wrestling. And the other electricians paid for me to wrestle a chick. with-
Really?
Yeah.
Did you win?
No, and that's fine.
I imagine that's okay.
It was-
That's
Oh,
a situation I think
no,
most
she
men
got-
really hear.
And what happened was I'm driving back hammered and I ended up passing out at the wheel
Oh
Fuck.
shit.
going north, and
Wow.
my car ends up drifting into the median, and I wake up just before the bridge, and I managed to get the car back on the road. And you would think that would sober a dude up. I mean, I was definitely stone cold sober the rest of the drive home. after
Yeah.
that. Like narrowly missing a bridge by feet. Nope. Back at the same bar, did the same shit next night. Right? No recollection of that. I mean, there was a recollection, but there was a justification.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm not gonna get as drunk. I did, obviously. And then my birthday happened then too, and the electricians took me out and got me hammered. I did a puking rally, ended up passing out in the gutter, literally the gutter of the street downtown Hastings, and they threw me in the back of a car, and I painted the side of the car with all my puke. And one of the guys lived in town, so they dumped me on his couch under in the basement, and I ended up wetting myself profusely. And I was like, we left from work and just started,
Yeah.
right? So I was still in my work clothes, and I just went to work when I woke up, like 10, 11,
Yeah.
whatever time it was. And I just went to work with piss-covered pants and whatever, and then went and did it the same night.
Zero fucks given.
Zero fucks given. Dude.
Why do you feel that you had zero fuck? I mean, even the next day working in piss pants.
Well, it's legit. I mean, that's a legit question.
Yeah.
You go home and change.
Yeah.
I would miss out on 2 hours of work.
The
That's-
what's it called? FOMO? You
Yeah,
call
if
it,
you're
Lindsay?
missing out.
I've never
Yeah.
heard that term until the other.
I-
Funny.
Yeah.
That's not that fresh, dude. That's been around.
Yeah.
I've never heard it. But me, I don't give a fuck if I miss out or not.
No,
Well, that's why
well,
you've never heard it, because you're not a person who cares about it.
I would miss out on the paycheck part, though. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because I'm making $45 an hour. And if I'm on overtime, I'm making like 70 or 80. Like, a 23-year-old kid making that much money.
No
Yeah.
It's on overtime now.
That's a case of beer or two.
Or a keg.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a keg.
And is that what you like was your mindset with like working and earning money so you're like, oh yeah, so then I can buy this much alcohol.
Yeah, more or less. It was just to survive.
Yeah.
Just to survive. And then I went to Oklahoma for a while and worked down there. And then my ex-fiance bailed me out of Oklahoma, came and rescued me.
And bailed you out of jail?
No, like from Oklahoma.
Just getting you out of that environment.
Yeah. Because we had partied back in the day and we were talking, and she just said, come on.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to stop by throughtherough.net to check out our latest episodes, merchandise, and hit that donation tab to keep content coming. See you again next week.